Okay, I'm going to show you a guitar that I just picked up. Now, it's got fingerprints all over it. I gave 50 bucks for this guitar, and the strings look, they're old. They need to be restrung. I'm getting ready to do that. I just want to show you, and I'm going to clean this thing up. It's got the button back here, but I'm going to clean it up. It's got a pretty piece of wood in it, and I assume that is, I don't know, it could be cedar, but I believe it is spruce, and it is made by Appalachian, and it is a APG1. Don't let these Chinese guitars fool you, because they know how to make instruments. And you know, I like homemade stuff here too, but it's called an Appalachian. I'm already liking this guitar. It's in really good condition for what I got it for. So I just got it today, and we're going to see how this thing sounds. Oh yes, it's got a little place here and there, but not bad. I'm going to show you the back of this thing. There's the sides. Yes, fingerprints. We're going to take care of that. New strings. And that looks like, maybe, somebody can probably tell me, that looks like Brazilian rosewood. And looks like a one-piece back. I don't know. Maybe it is two-piece, but I can't tell. And it does not have Grover tuners on it. But we're going to restring this thing. I'll play a tune for you on it and just see what this thing sounds like. Hope you enjoy this video. And don't underestimate Korean-made, Japanese-made, or China-made guitars. This one here looks like it might be back 78, 80 somewhere. It's not sure. But I'll see if I can find anything. It does have a steel rod. If I need to pull the neck, I don't think I'm going to need to pull it. But I'll get right back with you after I get this thing cleaned up and put some new strings on it. And by the way, I'll just kind of give you an idea. I'm not going to chord it because I'm trying to get my camera. These will be tuned, but these dead strings, now listen. It's got some volume, little punch, but dead strings. I'll get right back, and we're going to do a video on picking this thing after I put some new strings on and clean it up, let you see it. I'm going to put these elixirs on here, medium. They're bronze, 80/20s. These are good strings, and there's other strings that I like a little better, but these are great strings here. You can't beat these strings for the money. And so we're going to put them on this guitar right here. So you already have heard a little bit just by hitting the strings, but getting right back. I like this polish right here. It does a good job on guitars. So I just wanted to show you what I'm using on this to clean it up with. I did tighten the rod up about 1/4 of a turn, and I didn't go much because this neck is laid down pretty good. If anything, I could lay the strings down a little bit here, but right now I'm not going to. Whoever played this guitar was probably using it for bluegrass. But so I did go in here and tighten the nut. I just moved it 1/4 of a turn. That's all I moved it. And so I'm working on it, got it cleaned up. I'll show you the rest of the video here. Get the strings on it. I ain't gonna just video everything here, but I'm just gonna put some strings on it and we'll see what we got. It's looking good. Another thing, I always put all of my strings on at one time, and I always line these back up from each string that it came out of. I just do that, and I go under here and make sure that these strings are pushed up as high as they can be. And now I'm ready to thread them up, and I'm hoping this thing's gonna sound as good as I'm hoping and thinking. All right. And then also, when I put strings on, I pull them down kind of tight. I pull them through, and I'll go about this far, maybe 1.5 inches, not over 2 inches, and I'll push them back, and that's when I start winding them up, and then you can cut them off, and that's not too much, but you might want to go a little more on the E and A string and the D string. You put a little extra to them so they don't slip. Just wanted to show you that. And I also hold the string down. I got one of the little winders like you put on there, but I'll hold that string down so it'll stay even as it comes up. That's just another little thing I do. I don't like my strings to cross up. I like them to be just stacked up, in other words. All right, I'm showing you where I'm at. I did turn this thing here. I tighten it just like you're tightening it. I did about 3/4 of a round total. I didn't want to pull it too much, and I'll say I did take a file, and I filed a little bit over here on this side because the E string was buzzing a hair bit, but the neck needed to come down, so I did tighten that a little bit more, and I'm gonna need to clean that off. And I did bring this down. So I sanded it down. I'm not gonna go any further, but I just sanded it from the top because this thing was glued in evidently, or it's in there tight. I didn't want to break it taking it out. And it looks like it might be made out of bone. I'm not sure, but I do have some bone ones ordered. And if I see that it's not, I'll change that out, but it don't really matter. I'm going to put the strings back on it, let you hear this thing go. And, but I believe it's going to make a real good guitar. Okay, I'm going to give you the look on the guitar now. I know this guitar's got some age on it. I can't tell you how old it is, but now I'm going to do that little thumb thing that I did earlier when I first got the guitar with old strings. But listen to this. It just keeps on going, and it don't sound bad at all. So I'm going to play it now. Okay, I'm back. I told you I was going to let you hear this thing. I've got it strung up, worked on it, and like a 3/4 turn on the rod in here, tightened it up just a little bit. It's got a little buzz in it now because the neck was pulled, and I did drop this down, not much. The saddle back here at the bridge. Don't be scared to work on something. If you think you can do it, you can probably do it. And I know there's professionals out there, but I mess with guitars and work on them a little bit. So, but just going to let you hear how this thing sounds. Appalachian APG1 came from China, made in China, and they do make good guitars, and they make some real killer guitars too if you want to pay for them. And but we got good Luthers here in America that makes great guitars, and guitar companies here in America. But I just wanted to show you this because it's got a good deal on it, and I like that name there. I like the way they wrote that on there. And I'm going to show you the back right quick. I'm thinking that might be, if you can see that, Indian rosewood. I'm not sure. I don't think it's Brazilian rosewood, but it does have some, you know, movement in it. And the sides, I'm not sure, could be the same thing because they got some of that in there too. And the top, I'm thinking maybe cedar, possibly red spruce. And then they make a spruce that's a white looking wood, but I really do like this top, and that's what drew me to the guitar, and I've got a good deal on it. And so we're going to play a little here. I'm not a good guitar player by far, but just want you to hear the sound. All right. Little John Hardy, and then I'm going to be done. So it ain't a bad guitar for the money. Do you have an Appalachian APG1? I was just wondering if anybody got one of these, and what do you think about it? Would you buy one? I know a lot of people probably say no, but it's just a video. Just wanted to show you a little bit, and I just love guitars, and it's just, you know, good to pick, have fun, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you will, give us a subscribe to us, a like. Hey, we appreciate that. We're just trying to grow our channel. We do a lot of different things, trying to get back on and start doing more. We got a lot of different things that we do. So hope you have a wonderful, blessed day, and hope you enjoyed this. And I'm going to go out of here on a good note. Have a good one.